Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we be taking a look at 10 mind-blowing facts you whoa and believe are true. Like usual, these are going to be a mix of everything from history to science to pop culture. So let's get right into it. Starting off this countdown, we have to talk about Helen Keller. This woman was truly an inspiration, and she accomplished so much in her life. But do you know that at one point in her life, she could actually see really well? If you didn't know this, it might surprise you, but Helen Keller was actually born with the ability to see. Sadly, when she was just 19 months old, she came down with a very high fever, and that unfortunately caused her to go blind. However, even though she couldn't see, she still went on to accomplish incredible things. She was an author, political activist, and lecturer. She was also the first deafblind person to earn a Bachelor of Arts degree. She graduated from Radcliffe College in 1904. This is so amazing because, considering the circumstances, she could have easily just given up on life, but instead she accomplished so much. Next up at No. 9, we have one of the most popular bands of all time, the Beatles. For anyone who doesn't know, the Beatles were a British rock band that was formed in Liverpool in 1960. The group consisted of John Lennon, Paul McCartney, George Harrison, and Ringo Starr. They went on to become massively successful, selling more than 600 million units worldwide, making them the best-selling music artist of all time. The crazy part is that their success could have been way more had they not broken up. Yes, you heard that right. The Beatles broke up in 1970. Can you imagine how many more hits they would have made if they had stayed together? Imagine what they would have done in the next 50 years. Unfortunately, we can only imagine. Coming in at number 8, we have to talk about Alfred Hitchcock. Alfred Hitchcock was a famous film director, directed many films in his lifetime, some being Rear Window, Psycho, Vertigo, and many others. But did you know that he also acted in a movie once? It's true. In 1940, he played himself in a movie called The Man Who Shot Lincoln's Assassin. If you want to watch this movie, I'll tell you now that it's extremely hard to find, but it's pretty interesting. I guess he wasn't completely against acting, but he clearly liked directing a whole lot more. Coming in at No. 7, we have to talk about the Titanic. The sinking of the Titanic is one of the deadliest disasters in history. It happened on April 15, 1912. More than 1,500 passengers and crew members died after the ship sank in the North Atlantic Ocean. It sank after hitting an iceberg. What's so wild about this story is that there was a lifeboat scheduled for the same day that the Titanic sank, but it was canceled for unknown reasons. If the lifeboat hadn't been canceled, then maybe some of the people on the Titanic would have survived. Sadly, we may never know why the lifeboat was canceled, but it's definitely something worth wondering about. Coming in at number 6, we have to talk about the dodo bird. The dodo bird is a flightless bird that was found only on the island of Mauritius in the Indian Ocean. Sadly, they don't exist anymore. They went extinct in the 17th century. The reason for this is said to be because of human activity. When humans arrived on the island, they introduced rats, pigs, dogs, and cats. These animals ate the eggs of the dodos and killed the birds. So basically it's our fault. They're extinct. So sad. Coming in at No. 5, we have to talk about Adolf Hitler. Adolf Hitler was the dictator of Germany. During World War II, he was in power from 1933 to 1945. He was the leader of the Nazi Party. And while he was in power, he oversaw the killings of millions of Jews. He wanted to take over Europe and rule it all. He was known for his outstanding public speaking skills and his charisma. Sadly, he went down in history as one of the worst dictators of all time. Coming in at No. 4, we have to talk about Hurricane Katrina. Hurricane Katrina was one of the most destructive hurricanes in U.S. history. It happened in August of 2005 in the Gulf Coast of the United States. It hit Louisiana, Mississippi, and Alabama. The storm caused massive flooding and destroyed New Orleans. Over 1,800 people lost their lives because of the storm. To make matters worse, the levees in New Orleans failed, which led to 80% of the city being underwater. This was such a sad event, and it will forever be remembered as one of the worst natural disasters in American history. Coming in at No. 3, we have to talk about the Hamptons. The Hamptons are a group of villages that are located on the eastern end of Long Island in New York. It's where the wealthy people go to relax and unwind. Many celebrities own homes here. It's considered one of the wealthiest communities in the United States. In fact, a survey done in 2013 showed that 9.8% of the people who live in the Hamptons have a net worth of more than $30 million. That is wild. It's kind of crazy to think that there are so many people who are so rich. Coming in at No. 2, we have to talk about World War II. World War II was a global war that lasted from 1939 to 1945. It involved most of the countries of the world, including all of the great powers. World War II was the deadliest conflict in the history of humanity. An estimated 70 to 85 million people lost their lives. It was fought between the Axis powers and the Allies. The Axis powers included Germany, Italy, and Japan. The war started after Germany invaded Poland on September 1st, 1939. The United States joined the war after the Japanese attack on Pearl Harbor. The war officially ended on September 2nd, 1945, and coming in at our No. 1 spot today, we have to talk about Paris. Paris is the capital of France, and it's known as the City of Love. It's home to the Eiffel Tower, the Louvre Museum, and the Champs-Élysées. It's considered to be the most visited city in the world. Every year, more than 45 million people visit Paris. Paris has a population of over 2 million people. That makes it the most populated city in France. Paris is known for its beautiful architecture, art, food, and culture. It's a very romantic city, especially for those who love art and history. Alright guys, that's all for today's video. I hope you enjoyed these 10 mind-blowing facts you won't believe are true. If you enjoyed this video, please go ahead and leave a like. Also, if you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe. I post new videos every single day. I hope you have an amazing day.